What's up, y'all? This is E-Proc the Hybrid coming to you once again on the Man Cave Sports Podcast with my fellas again. And I'm hosting. Hey, y'all, drop that beat.
Drawing the keys on this shit now.
Good night, mates. Hello, mates. I am the Hybrid, your host for today with the crew today, the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Y'all know what it is. And I'm here with my brethren. First, in one corner, we have the fantasy champ, Coach Drip, a.k.a. Mike T. How you doing today, my brother? The champ is here.
If you didn't mention it, I wasn't gonna bring it back, but
Yeah, you know I got to.
It's always on my left-hand side, man. I'm good. What's good with you, man?
Yeah, it's good.
Nice and cold championship.
I mean, even though, another belt switched hands this week, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, just like King Mel's position on my GM.
No, we still
First of all, that was a blooper. All right, we need to recount that.
Oh, I say having a Bush election over there.
Yo, first of all, Quavo cheat. The man told them stop using power cards. What he do? He's still using power cards. That should be an automatic disqualification. But you know what?
Quavo.
This ain't the episode for that.
Quavo said, "Get together, Quavo." Hey, man, hey. But we soon go to you, King Mail, man. My man, King Mail over there. How you doing, my brother? Foes up, foes down. Y'all know y'all can catch them every week with the man right here. But before we get my man wild card, King Mail, how you doing, brethren?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good.
Ross Cloud, brother. And then we have KC's finest, the defending Super Bowl champ, the WrestleMania attendant, along with my man King Man right there. You know, had some great seats and everything. Wild card Ma, my brethren, how you doing?
And I'm just glad I got lights here. I can see my black ass this week, man. I'm back home, man. Hey, I was so mad because I was like, yo, man, where my light? I thought I packed my light. And I ain't packed the light. But nah, man, had a blast in Philly. Was able to meet up with the other 2/3 of in the four corners of wrestling. We would say all four, but Jay will. He spent his money on Popeye, so he didn't make it to WrestleMania.
Oh man.
So it's just me, King Mel, and Jose. So we's the only ones.
That's fire.
Nah. Hey, had a great time at WrestleMania, man. Hey, for those who are wrestling fans, I highly recommend, man, especially now that we are in the Paul Levesque era. Get yourself to a show, and especially WrestleMania, man. That joint was live, man. But hey, man, I'm glad y'all could see me, man.
Hey, yeah, because last week he was the Dark Knight last week, in the cave. But but it's always love, it's always fun, and it's always real in the Man Cave Sports Podcast.
Rob y'all in the dark, y'all wouldn't even know.
And like I said, if you get a chance to go catch one of these pay-per-views out live, do that. I got to do that. I've never been to one, and these guys are encouraging me. And this year, I'm going to a pay-per-view. I don't care if I'm in the cheap seats. I'm going. I got to experience it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it don't matter what you said. You just got to get the experience, bro.
Actually, no. Tell them the truth. There's a difference between going to the pay-per-view and going to WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, there's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But like, I think what this whole Paul Levesque Triple H era is going to be so live that I don't think it,
Hey, we going to WrestleMania, man.
Man,
we ain't going to no Backlash. We ain't going to no SummerSlam. We ain't going to no Survivor Series. We going to WrestleMania.
I think the whole Man Cave and in the Four Corners, we should go to WrestleMania.
Everybody going to WrestleMania.
Hey, we should. Hey, because we all about to blow up that WWE is about to send us a whole bunch of tickets next year. Wherever they decide to put it, they ain't even told us where they're having it next year. So, it just been rumored in Minneapolis, but we don't know.
So let me ask you just one question to you guys. Was Roman acknowledged?
Oh, he was still acknowledged, but I mean, Cody.
But the story. with
He
the
had
story.
to finish his story, man.
Finish his story.
It is what it is, man.
Shout out to Cody Rhodes, man. I'm not gonna hate on you.
Let's
Shout
keep
out to
it
Cody
a buck.
Rhodes, man.
Let's keep it a buck. That story ain't over yet.
Nah,
that chapter is done. That's what he need to say. The chapter is done. Because that story gonna be going on all the way until he retires. That's when he finishes the story.
I think I don't even think that chapter done.
Mm.
I think Roman will be back.
I think in 6 months they gonna be booing Cody. They gonna be booing. Man, you can't be the super good guy in this world we live in.
Mel could tell you, because I was one of them. Cody got his fair share of booze, man. Because I was
that night one when Cody came out.
I think I heard you.
That night one when Cody came out, that's all you heard in my section. I'll tell you that. Me and Quavo was in the same section, so all you heard was boos.
Yeah, Cody
I'm telling you,
booze.
If the longer they keep Roman out, the longer it's going to be. The harder it's going to be for Cody.
Man,
if they wanted Cody to be the guy, what they should do is the next pay-per-view is to have Cody versus Roman for a rematch. Nobody get involved. Cody beats Roman clean. If you want to establish Cody, they're not going to do that.
Nah, they're not doing that.
They had to even the ante because the bloodline was But I get what you said, 100%. Just one thing I gotta say to all the wrestlers, to the whole promotion, great show, especially night one. I wasn't able to see night two because we had a early event, but night one, especially R-Truth and the ladies, like y'all did y'all thing, especially Bianca. Now Bianca, if I was Oscar, you got to see me after that curtain closes, because that whip you did, I felt that hurt. Like, oh my goodness. But hey, that's your move, baby girl.
Happy birthday, Bianca.
Yeah.
That's her birthday?
Right now, well, while we're recording, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but we're gonna start off on a sour note. Today we got some, bad news or whatever. One of the NFL greats and greats of football, O.J. Simpson, today as we're recording, has passed away. I want to send our condolences out to his family and Juice, thank you for your contributions to the game, because that's all we're gonna recognize right now. Anything else is below us, we're gonna honor your memory, and condolences to the family,
Word up. I feel you on that. Hey man, I think if we just keeping it football talk, he was probably one of the greatest running backs to ever do it in the NFL. So I'm with you. I'm just gonna keep it football.
Yeah.
And
other stuff.
College, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the other stuff.
Yeah.
I can have my opinions, but I'm not gonna do that right now. That'd be very juvenile.
Well, not just that, we're a sports show, so I'm just gonna keep
it exactly.
And Juice, you was a lot of running backs looked up to you and they modeled their game after you. So hey, props on that, man. So RP, man, on that tip. So that's all I'm gonna say. So
King Man, you got anything to say? Anything?
Nah, I feel like whatever I'm about to say would be inappropriate. So I'm gonna just say RP the Juice, the Juice is loose. RP, man.
Coach Drip, Mike T, anything from you? Same thing.
Exactly same thing that King Mel did.
I can respect that, bro. I respect that. See, the Man Cave, we are diplomatic and we respectful. We not the West Wrestling's people. We do what we supposed to do. Not we.
Be a sports show, man. We gonna keep it sports.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I'm gonna just let y'all know here on the Man Cave, we ain't dropping no footage like Tony Khan. All right, all of our stuff is all from us.
It's all from us. There's no leaks. All right, let's get into it. College women's basketball. As we said last week, the outcome that we thought was going to happen, it happened. South Carolina, back to back. Beat Caitlin Clark in Iowa. And shout out to Caitlin Clark. I mean, she's still a great player in the women's game. These are things you want to. It's like obviously going up against the Lakers in 2000. She was outmatched. But what are y'all impressions of this game? Like, tell me, Pigman, I'll go to you first.
Shit, that coach in South Carolina was able to coach them girls to 100 and plus and only lost 3 games. Shit. That's a great job as a coach. Matter of fact, come coach a New York team. That's the next challenge for you. Come coach the Knicks. I want to see you do that. If you can get the Knicks to play on them college girls level, shit.
I thought you said the Liberty. You said the Knicks.
I'll buy a Knicks jersey right now. She come coach them.
It's crazy.
Hey, that's wild, bro.
She did a great job. I mean, they ran the system perfectly. They did what they had to do to slow Caitlin Clark down, and then finish the job. Finish their story. Back-to-back champions.
They're not back-to-back.
They back-to-back to me.
Oh, you're right. They're not back. You're right. I apologize.
I know. LSU won last year.
We won last year.
Caitlin Clark beat them last year.
Yeah. Got their revenge on that girl today. What you said? 18 million?
I mean, the year before.
Everybody was in there cheering for South Carolina. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame?
Mike T.
I didn't think that it was going to be Iowa and South Carolina. I thought it was going to be UConn and South Carolina. I was going for UConn. But, yeah, I mean, everything Mel said, they figured out how to slow down Caitlin Clark. I don't think anybody's figured out how to stop her, but they figured out how to slow her down, and that was the team. Iowa really showed up big time against LSU and against UConn. The team, Caitlin, of course, she showed up, but the team really showed up. This game they showed up, but it wasn't enough. I think at one point, wasn't it like 37-0 bench points?
Yeah.
Like South Carolina had 37 bench points and Iowa had no bench points at one point in time. So, yeah, it was good for, I don't know. We're going to have to see the results if it was good for women's basketball or was it just the Caitlin Clark hype. We'll have to see next year.
Next season, right, exactly. It's
probably going to be Paige next year. Paige Bucker. I believe that's her name.
Is Juju a senior?
No, Juju's a freshman.
She's a freshman. She's
a freshman. Okay,
yeah.
Right.
It's going to be her and Juju.
Right.
But they play on two different coasts, so it's like you ain't really be pressed to see that until it gets to the finals. So them two names are the names that's going to come into next season. It's going to be big names because if Paige never got hurt, we might not have heard of Caitlin as much as we heard of Caitlin because Paige is the truth.
Yeah.
But to your point, though, that's crazy. To your point, it's like my analogy when I said the Iverson and Lakers finals, because that's kind of like what it reminds me of. No help, just one offensive, person, doing everything. Like you had one option. So
I don't think that's what it was. That's why they lost. I just think they was overpowered. From LSU to this game, Iowa's team has shown up. And I think they showed up this game playing their game, but they played South Carolina, which is too overpowerful for anybody. Like if you look at, they lost last, like I said, they lost last year. Iowa beat South Carolina. This year, South Carolina team had a total starting five different than last year. So that shows you how much depth they have at that school. Like, they had a whole other five last year that they lost to Caitlin Clark. They brought up a whole other five this year. So anybody that was on the team last year, they done got better. It's like, it was too much for Iowa. It was too much for anybody. I think if UConn would have got there, it would have been a better game, but they still would have lost.
I agree.
Wild card bar.
Hey, both the fellas brought up some great points. And especially when Mike T talks about that South Carolina was just too dominant. They've been beating teams down from the beginning of the season all the way through. And we talking about they dominated LSU every time they met up.
Every time.
And you talking about LSU is probably one of the better teams in the country, and LSU they couldn't see South Carolina. They was just the depth on their team was just too deep, from the starters all the way down to the bench players. And you add on top of that, you probably got one of the better coaches that's been dominating the scene for the last 10 years in Dawn Staley. So we got to give Dawn Staley her props within all this. It's her third national championship.
Right.
And she's, you know, she's building a juggernaut down there, bro. Like she's gonna start putting her name in there with the Gino Oriemas, with the Pat Summit soon enough. Not yet, but I'm
Not
saying,
yet, yeah.
I'm saying
I don't know, man.
I'm saying she's on the cusp. She's on the cusp.
She's on the rise.
Like Pat Summit when you think of Pat Summit as a basketball coach in women's terms, like that's the pinnacle, you know. Even the coach at Stanford, who just retired, you know, she did her thing too. So it's Dawn Staley. She's building a pretty much a juggernaut down there, and you know, when it's all said and done, I think she'll probably go down as probably one of the better coaches in women's college basketball. But I want to talk about this though, because I had proposed a question, and I rock with Caitlin Clark. I think she's great. I think she's phenomenal. But I didn't agree with people coming out there just automatically saying, oh, she was the GOAT of women's college basketball just because all these records she did and all that. And like all that's cute and all, but like
that's crazy you said that though.
Rock with her like that.
That's crazy you said that, right? Because I was gonna pose this question to y'all, right? Raven Johnson semi kind of, you know, shut her down, got her in her business in the championship game. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to her because Caitlin was waving you off, and them shots that you missed previously in the game, you made this game. Shout out to you, Raven Johnson. But they're better defenders in the league, in the women's league. You know what I mean? They're professionals. So if a person like that can do that to her, how do you think her game will translate to in her first year with there being better defenders who can just take that blueprint and say, let's get up in her, really get up in her. You know what I mean? And also, do you guys give validity to that? Like what Wildcard said, the notion that she's the greatest female college basketball player, hooper of all time.
Who going first?
Go ahead. I want you to go first because you said go ahead. Okay. Go ahead, Mike C.
To the first point, like I said earlier, no one shut Caitlin Clark down. They might have slowed her down. Raven Johnson slowed her down. She didn't shut her down.
Yeah.
Right. I get that. I'm not saying that. Well, I mean,
no one is going to shut Caitlin Clark down in the WNBA, especially when she's playing with Aaliyah Boston. I think her name is Aaliyah Boston or Alicia Boston. Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina, which was the #1 pick last year, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
So they're about to do some really big things in the WNBA. Let me just say that. As far as her being the GOAT or all that type of stuff, we're old. We're supposed to ignore that. Like we're supposed to like who we like, and if we don't like she ain't saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's other people saying it for her. So why is there so much vitriol towards her? She ain't never said one time, I'm the GOAT. No. I think I'm the best women's basketball player ever. She's never said that. But for some reason, everybody hates when it's said about her. If people feel that, let them feel it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm literally asking, like your opinion. Like, do you think she is like the best female basketball player that you've seen? You know what I mean?
I think she's one of them. She ain't the best. Her being the best, I would have to go back and look at the other ones because you can't realistically, like, people be acting like they'll say names like Cheryl Swoops. Come on, man. I know that Cheryl Swoops was one of the best basketball players ever. I'm a uniform guy. I can catch everybody like this. What did their uniforms look like? What kind of jerseys did they wear? And most people gonna be like, man, they had the jersey, woo, woo, woo. They wore shirts. That Texas Tech team that she played for, they wore shirts. I remember them, but not that much, because I was a kid. So it was something I liked when I was a kid. That's what we be holding on to. When we be saying who the GOAT is, when you're older and you say who the GOAT is, you're holding on to what you remember that made you nostalgic, that made you say, oh shit, this is the greatest thing I ever seen. You don't give credence to the other stuff that we see. Caitlin Clark has done something that no one's done. No one. She got the most points. You know what I'm saying? She got to the finals 2 years in a row as well. We put Jim Kelly in the Hall of Fame. Jim Kelly's heralded as one of the best quarterbacks ever. But Caitlin Clark, we want to punish her? Nah, I think that there's some credence to her being one of the best players of all time. on having one of the best college careers of all time. You can put Shamika Holtzclaw in that. You can put a lot of women names in there. You can put Cheryl Miller, of course, in that. You can put Cynthia Cooper in that as well. But Cynthia Cooper, that's WNBA, so we can't say that yet. We're just talking about her college career. So I think she had a great career. Now, Cheryl Miller is the one that I probably would argue against. Like I would say, no, she didn't have a better career than Cheryl Miller. Because Cheryl Miller had like 3 championships. So, and she was like doing the same thing Caitlin Clark was doing.
And she was a baller.
She was a baller.
Yeah.
But Caitlin style of play, we've never seen before other than Steph Curry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Sabrina,
my bad. Go ahead.
I'm about to say Sabrina a little bit, the one that just competed against Sabrina Lescu, that just competed against Steph, kind of, sort of, but not like Caitlin.
Nah, I'm with you. No, I mean, no, I'm with Mike with a lot of things he said. Look, and the reason why I had said this question is because, like, I think it's just like when people bring up Jordan or LeBron for the GOAT conversation, all of it is subjective. Is what do you feel? How do you feel? And people are going to have their own objective, biased opinions on who they think is the GOAT. Is Caitlin Clark the GOAT for me? Probably not. But one thing that you can't deny is her impact of the game of women's college basketball. What she just did the last 2 years, she was part of it. It wasn't just her. And I can say that. It wasn't just her, throw your Angel Reese, throw your Juju Watkins in this year, Paige Buchers, Floasia, Moali. She was a freshman. She's gonna be doing some numbers. Flage was only a sophomore, so there's gonna be some names that's still gonna be able to, create content and create numbers next year. Will they be able to do it to the level of what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese did next year? I mean, that's to be determined. And I think that's a great point that Mike brought up. Like, we got to check out the numbers on the impact of women's basketball next year when they're gone. But at the end of the day, man, it's all subjective. You can throw names out left and right on who you think is the GOAT. But I just think if anybody hates on Caitlin Clark and try to act like her impact on women's college basketball didn't happen or her game wasn't nice like that, I just think you're a hater.
Hey, can I ask everybody a question real quick?
What's happening?
I know, Mel, you like barely 30, right?
No, I ain't even 30 yet.
Right. You like, I'm not going to say your age, but I know. Mar, I'm the oldest, put it that way, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about saying my age. I was born in 83, right?
Yeah.
If Michael Jordan was getting his ass kicked from 87, 88, and 89 in the playoffs, that means I was 5, 6, and 7 years old. I had no clue what the hell was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew he was losing.
Yeah.
But then you go to the years when I'm more impressionable.
And he's winning.
He's winning. That's why he's the greatest.
Yeah.
But with LeBron, we've seen every step.
Yeah, we've seen everything.
So it kind of, that's how what I mean, kind of like what Caitlin is like, it's kind of flawed. Like, it's not fair, really. You know what I'm saying? We seen Wayne Gretzky from when he was winning.
Mm-hmm.
He was losing.
Yeah, up to that point. Yeah. Now for you. I mean, that's why I say it's always going to be subjective because people are going to look at it from their point of view and what they saw. For me, I saw all the winning of Jordan. I saw all of Kobe's career. I saw all of LeBron's career. And then that's when I make my judgment on who be the GOAT. So I can't put Bill Russell in that conversation. I'm not old enough to see Bill Russell.
Exactly.
So, when like even for when we talk wrestling, people talk Bruno Sammartino. I'm like, I'm not old enough to even know anything of Bruno Sammartino. I don't even know if you got footage of Bruno Sammartino. Can I even YouTube Bruno? Like, I don't even know his moveset. What's his finisher?
You don't talk about Bruno.
That's why I always say in my lifetime, and like we told the little homies, hey, when you say your list, say in no particular order. That's why I always say in my lifetime, so I can protect my point.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, old head, if you 50. If you think, you know what I'm saying, Kareem is the best, I've never seen that Bama play. But in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying, this is who I feel.
Hey, but at the end of the day, I think we all can be conscious enough and aware enough that Caitlin Clark's impact, especially the last years, on bringing a lot of eyes and popularity to women's sports, like you got to give her a just due for that. Like, because
that's real.
Yeah, because if you don't, I just think you're a hater. Like,
that's real. Like the girl got game. You can't if you don't recognize that she has game and she's not no average hooper. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's gonna be special. Now, that's what we think. She has to actually put it to fruition, and we believe she will. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree with you guys' points that it's one of those things where she's one of the greats. You know what I mean? Whatever position you want to put her in. Okay, Mel, you got something to say on this one?
In this situation, I'm not gonna say she's my GOAT, but I do respect everything that she left out there in all the years that she was doing in the NCAA. As Mike T pointed out, she was just in back-to-back championship. Like, that's kind of hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Plus breaking a scoring record. That's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, that ain't easy.
It's not like she just woke up like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just go back-to-back. No. She had to go through a whole bunch of... Think about it. She just literally had to go through LSU, who she lost to last year. She just barely beat UConn.
Mm-hmm.
And then go against that juggernaut team that ended up beating her. And on top of that, everybody's in their face with a camera trying to figure out what you about to do next and everything. Just her being out there is great for the woman. Just like Mar said, she could pass down some stuff probably to like Juju Watkins or everybody else that's coming up next. So this way they could be better prepared to be in a situation like hers.
But let me pose this question, and I'm glad you said what you said originally. And I'll start with you, Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Iowa should have even been there as far as, or do you think UConn kind of got screwed of that game as far as that call is concerned?
The UConn player said it best. We should have never even put ourselves in that position to even be down like that and come down to one last call.
No, I get that. I'm saying let's subjectively, objectively, however you term we want to use. Do you think that the right call was made on that play from your vantage point?
Yes, and then no at the same time. So it's just like, me personally, I probably wouldn't have called it. It's the final moments towards the end of the game. Just play it out at this point. But some situations, people just got to make that call. Because damned if you do, damned if you don't. We'll be having this conversation talking about Caitlin Clark got cheated because they ain't called. But now we talking about it's an advantage because they did make the call. So it's just like, damn.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Mike T, was it a moving screen?
It was the right call, but it just was the time period of the call. That's what made it questionable. Because usually you probably wouldn't see that most times. But it's to what Mel said, damn if you do, damn if you don't. It definitely was the right call. Like, again, people be hating on Caitlin. They want to just say that, no, they called it because they wanted Caitlin in the finals. I mean, UConn said it best. They shouldn't have been in that position. At one point, weren't they up like 16?
They were up. I'll tell you that. They
was up big, and they let them come back, and it was like, because I wanted UConn to win. So the whole time I'm watching the game, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden Caitlin Clark started doing Caitlin Clark stuff, and Iowa was playing possessed.
Yeah.
You know, the whole team was playing possessed. I thought the girl was going to dunk. The girl with the 2 pigtails, I thought she was going to dunk on one of them drinks. I was like, damn, they was hyped, and they beat them. So, I mean, I don't, put it this way, I don't think that call was made to put Caitlin Clark in the finals. I think a ref, I just think a ref made a call that we don't like.
Bad timing.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ma.
Hey man, as a champion, 2-time back-to-back champion, I had to hear this about, the Super Bowl against the Eagles. Oh, why would you call that holding penalty late in that quarter? Late in that game. Hey, my thing is, so here's the funny thing about us as human beings and sports fans is like we get fickle about refereeing. But here's what we always want about refereeing. We want them to be consistent. If it's a foul in the first quarter, it should be a foul in the fourth quarter. If that was a moving screen that was in the first quarter, It's a moving screen in the fourth quarter. We can't pick and choose on a situation in time. And I understand people's points and feelings about that. So that's why I brought up the point where, hey, man, that was a holding in the first quarter. They called it a holding in the fourth quarter. And people say, oh, y'all just want the Chiefs to win. Hey, mate, what, like, come on, us as human beings and sports fans, if you ask for consistency and the refs actually finally give us consistency, we still mad. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
Fans is only upset unless it benefits them, man.
yeah. So
That's
it's
the
like,
thing.
bro, like as human beings and sports fans, man, we got to start being better with our consistency on what we're asking for and actually being okay with what's given to us. We want the refs to be consistent through calls for a whole game, and they finally, on the times that they do, give us what we want. We still mad. I can understand we mad when they mess up. It's understandable. They made a mistake. Yeah, get mad. But we can't be mad when they actually do what we've been asking for them to do and being consistent. So it's like, man, hey, I think we just need to be better as fans. And I agree with the fellas. Look, if the UConn women ain't bitching and moaning about it, what are we for? What are we to do to keep complaining and harping on the call, man? It was a moving screen. They called it. We may not like the point in time that they did it, but it is what it is, man. Don't put yourself in a situation to, have a referee make a call that could possibly go against you in a crucial time. Hey, man, when you play 60 minutes of a game, you can't be mad at a call in the last 30 seconds of it.
Right.
You had 59 minutes and 30 seconds to control everything you can. So, like,
But I think
last 30 seconds.
the only reason why I'm with you, the only reason why I just feel like, of course, the hate for Caitlin, but I also think like the reason why people were so mad is because going into that game, we was hearing about Caitlin,
Mm-hmm.
but Paige's name was starting to come back.
Yeah.
And if you really watch women's sports, you knew, like, on this show, you and Jay used to watch. Y'all was bringing up Paige for a long time.
Hey, Paige is a hooper, and not to cut you off, Mike. Paige has been a hooper, but she's been dealing with a shit ton of injuries the last couple of years, and it's kind of been,
Who had the ball in their hand?
Yeah,
Paige. The hooper in you wanted to see what she was going to do that last couple of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I wish the call wasn't made, but hey.
Yeah. It was called. So as a resident Cowboys fan over here, and we do get bonehead ass calls like that, you know what I mean, in situations, I definitely agree. It's not about, I'm like, if you're going to call stuff early, let's make it fair both sides, you know what I'm saying? But I do agree that it was wrong timing, but it was the right call, because what I didn't notice that she was.
Yeah, she was
You know what I mean? She was, you know what I mean? So
she cha-cha slide away and she slid to the left.
You know what I'm saying? She cha-cha real smooth, you know what I mean? But I get that. But I mean, you can't listen, I agree with you 100%, Wildcard.
You should have did the percolator.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't. When it goes for your team, you're cool with it. When it goes against your team, you hate it. It's just sports. You know what I mean? You have to live with it either way. You know what I mean? And learn how to live with it. You know, that's just fit. All right, let's move on. We staying in college basketball because the UConn men did that
back to back
finals, back to back, like a Drake song. And what y'all feel about it? Do y'all think that this was just kind of like a coordination game in so many ways, or did it kind of I guess not live up to your expectations of what what you thought would happen? I start with you. Coach Drip, Mike T.
I think it was a whooping. I think it's exactly what we all thought was going to happen.
So it was just business as usual.
Another Monday, bro.
Another Monday. So, is this? Go ahead, Wild Card.
I'll put it to you this way. UConn just they showed that they been one of the better programs in the last few years. I just think for men's college basketball, there's just so much movement because of NIL and name image likeness and people moving because of situations like that. And you see Calipari move from Kentucky to Arkansas. It's just a lot of movement, man. So UConn's been able to, for the most part, keep their team together, coaching wise with Hurley, and keep some of the same players around too. So I think that's kind of been in their favor. I just think the game of men's college basketball is just changing right before our eyes, and you just kind of see it. I mean, North Carolina, the Dukes, the Kansases, the Blue Bloods, Kentuckys, they're not in our Final Fours no more. I mean, it's but shout out to I just got to give credit to UConn for actually able to go back to back in a time of NIL college basketball. I mean, I think that's a good feat. That means you're able to keep things consistent, keep things the same. That matters. I mean, these cats between players and coaches, it's so much movement, and for them to actually, keep the same coach and to keep some of the core players to do this is, we just got to give them their credit. And 2 years in a row that they ain't just winning, and they whooping my ass in the national championship.
That's a fact. I agree with you.
So
I agree with you.
give UConn props.
Go ahead, K-Mill.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I do agree with you, Mark. And on top of that, they just beat the National College 2-time Player of the Year.
Player of the Year, yeah.
So this guy made it all the way to the last two. The sunset, and he got knocked down by the defending champions.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, as Mark put it out, that star player may be a star player, but he can't be the core that's already been there.
Mm.
And it's tough to beat somebody that's already been in that environment. You already got some of your main pieces that really didn't leave. So y'all know what it takes to win. Now, what it was, can they do it again? Now the next challenge is, can they three-peat?
That's my next question. So does anyone know if their core is staying together? And if so, will they? Do you think they have what it takes to repeat?
I can't. I don't know off of bat if like when it comes to like draft status, if majority of those cats are going to come back. I can't tell you that off the top of my head. But the good thing is that their coach is going to be there for a minute, and he ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think Hurley just got an extension, so they definitely made sure that he definitely ain't going nowhere. But hey, man, you can't hate on it, man. A lot of these cats is as I look it up right now, you got Samon St. Johnson. He's a junior. So some of those cats is, sophomores and juniors. So you got a good couple of them.
From what I'm saying, they said 4 starters are leaving. Not to cut you off, my bad. They said 4 starters are leaving, and it could be a 5th. Tristan Newton, Donovan Clingan.
He's a senior, so yeah.
Cam Spencer and Stephon Castle are all 4 starters are gone. And Alex Carabin, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
Yeah, Alex Carabin. He was just a sophomore, so he'll be a junior.
Mm-hmm. They said he could leave as well, but as far as right now, he's not. So we'll see. You know what I mean?
I'll put it to you this way. So your top 2 scorers are seniors, so they're gone. Now the next 3 top scorers, Carabin, he'll be a junior. Clinghand, he'll be a junior. And then Castle, he'll be a sophomore. So you still got at least 3 cats that could possibly stick around and that were.
That's what I'm saying. The report is saying that the Clingan and Castle and Spencer are gone. Like they're all gone.
Yeah, I mean, hey, especially if they think that they can get their draft status right and get to the draft. Hey, hit with the irons hot. I mean, I ain't gonna be mad at that. But
so
You know,
if they do leave, so if they do leave, do their chances of repeating, or do you lessen that now?
it hurts it. Yeah, yeah, it hurts it. But I mean, this is what I was talking about when it comes to that movement. Now, with Hurley being the coach that's going to stick around.
Yeah.
Hey, what if he pulls the coach prime and has the transfer class, and he got all these cats with talent?
That's true.
Because of the transfer
Word, I believe
That's
you
true.
on that. And on that note, with that transfer class, he gonna get Bronny James. Let me stop.
So, for context, Bronny actually declared for the draft, but he's still eligible. He's still eligible. He's eligible. So you might be saying. Right. You might be seeing Bronny playing with his father next year.
Well, you might be seeing Bronny.
No, Bronny was
smart, college, university jersey. We don't know yet.
You never know. It definitely isn't.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because I've been having that conversation with a couple of the homies.
Speak on it.
I think it's best that Bronny stays in college, man. The NBA ain't going nowhere, bro. It's not.
And you're going to get in.
Well, his dad is.
Well, come on, his dad ain't going nowhere, man. He know how. If there's anybody that know how to stretch out a career, is LeBron James.
Bro, next year he'd be year 22.
Right.
First of all, let's just put it like right now he's in year 21. If he wanted to, he's legally able to drink again. That's how long he's been in the NBA.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, 21.
On top of that, people be talking about LeBron. He be telling us what he feels the whole time. Like, he keeps saying, I ain't got too much longer.
That's what I'm saying. He be saying that. He definitely been
talking
saying
about he can stretch it out. That man want to go tomorrow.
He wants to get his son in the league and then, all right, John, see y'all later. Yeah, you good? All right. You know what I mean?
Only reason why he worried about Bronny getting drafted is because that's for Bronny to have that moment.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, if he could have told Bronny drop out of school and
sign as a free agent,
and then sign him as a free agent if he could
on a 10-day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for Bronny's game, for Bronny Jr.'s game, just for him to just mature just a little bit. That's all.
I don't know. He could make the jump and be pretty damn good.
Right.
And
we can't really. I don't
know. I'm with Wild Kyle.
Oh no.
I don't seen college stars come in and be bust.
And the way that I'm seeing Bronny James, and I'm not hating on him, but I just think that, I just think that he would have a hard time in the NBA right now.
But also,
I agree.
I think that y'all saying that because it's LeBron's son.
No.
There's people
I'm saying basically. I'm not saying that.
Hold on, if you go, let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's people, when people look at his numbers, they all point to his numbers. And there's people with the same numbers as him that are in the NBA right now that played in college.
I get that.
So at the same time, people are saying that because it's Bronny James. But if this was somebody else, y'all didn't care.
No.
It's nothing about that dude that did it before. I don't even know the name, but I know I've seen the list. I've seen the list of people that average less than him.
And I'm not making my take based off of his numbers.
I'm saying his game.
I'm talking about what I've seen of the games that were actually televised, that I actually watched, and I saw Bronny playing. I'm like, he's all right.
He can't play defense in the NBA right now.
That's right. Well, nobody played defense in the NBA.
That's my point. He could, but he's a better defender than most.
And that could get him some minutes on the floor, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna if a franchise is gonna draft him in a top 5 in a lottery pick and think that he's about to turn around a franchise right now,
who said that?
that?
See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's King-Mail. You feel me? That's what I mean. Y'all put the expectations on him. Y'all put the expectations on him because of who his father is. No one has said he's gonna be top 5 pick.
Putting expectations on him. I said if anybody thinks that he's going to be a lottery pick and turn a franchise around right now, I don't think that's
all right. So let me tell you for the people, let me tell you that anybody, for the anybody's, none of us think that he's going to be a top 5 pick.
Okay, so we saying the same thing in different ways.
Yeah, but that's what it is. How do we know that? Again, LeBron has been saying the whole time what he wants, and nobody listens.
Yeah,
LeBron may never say, hey, man, when my son been number 3 pick in the draft, I'm going to play with him. He just said he wanted to play with his son in the league.
And that's
And
fine.
this is what it looks like it's going to play out to be.
hey, but didn't Bron the other day say, yo, Bronny could play better than some of these cats in the league right now?
That was months ago when the boy had a healthy heart. Like that's another thing. That's another thing. Like Bama's be going on this. Bama's be going on this
Mike
kid.
ain't lying though.
But Bama's be going on this kid and be forgetting like we hold him to high expectations. One, but we don't because of who he is and who his father is. We don't treat him like a regular human being. Cuz just had a heart condition recently.
Yeah.
And everybody keep talking about his game. The potential that everyone that is for Bronny, we're basing it off of, is the potential he had before that heart situation.
Yeah.
Now, if the doctors say he can fully recover, then I'm gonna keep going with the goggles that I had on when I was on the Bronny train from the jump.
Yeah.
He's transferring. Another reason why he's transferring, people are getting on him because he's transferring. He might be going to the draft. His coach just left. Didn't nobody say nothing about his coach leaving him?
Nah, but they said something about him hitting the transfer portal.
Exactly.
Of course.
Because of who his father is.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think that's none of us on here.
You just said top 5 pick.
No. I said if anybody
You
thinks
said
he was giving a hypothesis.
Yeah.
because his last name is James.
Not because he's James. I'm just saying I'm basing all my takes on what I've seen James do, not because of his name. I just said it about any other prospect that I would have seen. And if they ask me, hey man, what do you think of his draft status? Well, I can't really speak on it because I didn't see it. Oh, that guy, I saw him play. Like a homeboy from Purdue, Eaton. I'm like, yo, dude got game. But have him go up against somebody who's physical, he might fold a little bit. So, like, that's what happened in the national championship game. Cats got physical with him. Big dude wasn't so big. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm only gonna speak on cats that I actually saw games playing, and I thought Bronny's game was all right. I thought it was straight.
You're right about that, but at the same time, Mike T's right too. The young man had a heart condition. He didn't get no training camp like everybody else was able to get. He had to come in mid-season
and play into.
And then we expected him to do what? Be just like his dad mid-season.
Yep.
We thought we was gonna see like, we might get that signature Bronny dunk that we seen LeBron.
If his father didn't matter, we wouldn't have never brought him. Nobody would have brought him up.
Nope.
I just told you there's other people in the NBA currently that average the same amount of points as Bronny, and we've never talked about them on this show. You know how I know? Because I can't even remember their names. There's way more people that have averaged 3 points, 4 rebounds, or whatever Bronny averages that are in the league currently right now that we don't talk about. The only reason why we're talking about him is because of his father. And for real, that's, to me, I really be trying to say it. I don't want to be rude to nobody, but it'd be lame to me. Like, if we're going to judge this kid fairly. Stop putting the expectations on him because who his father is. Because that's what messed up Jordan kid. His freshman year, he was nice. And then everybody started comparing him to his father, and then he
collapsed, yeah.
And then the other brother came over there, and he was cut.
See, my thing is this: if you're gonna compare anybody to LeBron James' father's son, I would think you want to compare Bryce once he gets there because he's closer to LeBron's stature. LeBron and Bronny are two different, two different players, two different styles. So it's kind of trying to get the same thing out of Bronny from his father. That's kind of asinine. I don't know for anyone who wants that.
I think Bryce will be nice.
But I'm just saying, even us on this show, we wouldn't be not having this conversation. I'm just saying everybody. We're not having this conversation right now because the boy's name is Paul Robeson.
Of course.
I think we should get out of that business. I think everybody should leave this kid alone and let him be what he's like every other kid. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, you're right about that, Mike T. You're right about that. Because prime example, ain't none of us talk about Gary Payton II.
Nope.
None of us.
Nope.
That boy barely average any points out there trying to play defense. That's it. But we
don't talk about Scottie Pippen's sons.
None.
We only talk about them on this show and we joking about them.
Like nobody talk about Scottie Pippen Jr.
No,
Because Scottie Pippen's a Benedict Donald.
Yo, chill, bro.
You know what I mean?
Gary Payton is the second good at doing what? Because he's not good offensively.
No.
Defensively, he's there.
No, I'm with you. He played good defense. I wanted him on the Lakers just because I wanted to help with the defensive side, but he ended up going to Portland, but they traded for him back.
Yeah, because he got his bag over there. He could go home now.
Yeah.
Got your bag, you could go home. Portland pay the rest of that.
Right.
Well, since we on the NBA, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about these NBA playoffs. Now, as we speak, I think there's about 2 games left in the season, if I'm not mistaken. They might be done by the time this airs. I'm not sure, don't quote me. But who's really sticking out to you guys right now as far as they could, make each conference playoff? And then I'll say this, who do you think will surprise you in the play-in if they get in the play-in and, win the play-in? Well, Carmine, I'm going to go to you first because this is a very sound topic for us Laker fans. So,
man, I'm hurt, bro. Because we stuck in the play-in and I'm just going to be honest. So if you're talking about teams in the play-in on the West, obviously Phoenix sitting there at the 7 in the play-in probably got the best chance to come out there and make some noise. But man, bump all that. Let's just be real. Can we just fast forward to the finals? Because right now, Denver and Boston just look like that's the finals for me, and that's what it looked like for me.
You're not giving Minnesota no go.
I don't see a team beating Denver 4 games. Who's beating Denver 4 games in a series? Ooh.
I don't know. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying.
And I've never been a big Jokic fan, and I've never been a big Denver fan. And I thought last year was a fluke. Nah, I can't even say that no more. I don't think last year was a fluke.
You said that about Joker. You disrespected that man.
Nah, because I thought that we'll have to have that conversation for another day on what but I just. Right now, just the way that Joker and Jamal and the rest of the crew, like Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP, and the rest of them boys, bruh, Denver just look like, bro, they not playing.
I say this, what's crazy? They look like how you guys say that Mike T's teams, everybody knows the Heat is Mike T's team in the NBA. How they just turn on and once they get in the playoffs, it's like, okay.
They bout to wait too.
Listen, right. But listen, it seemed like the Nuggets, it's like once it got past All-Star, and they say, okay, y'all, let's stop playing now. And then they just turn it on somehow. Like, and just.
I don't know.
I've been calling their praises the whole year. They never turned it off since last year.
That's what I'm trying to figure
out.
I'm
saying this, but they weren't. All right, so weren't they like number 2 or 3 at a couple of points in time, something like that?
Yeah, points in time. Yeah,
Minnesota. Yeah, right. They never
the B2 and 3. The B2 and 3 in the West.
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's like being
your best
number
defender?
1 in the East.
Yeah, off their best defender.
And Boston just ran away with the East.
Yeah, they definitely ran away. I think
but that's Boston for play.
You say that's for play?
Yeah, this is for play.
That's into the playoffs, huh, Mr. Heat? So go ahead, Mike T. What you give you?
Hey, Mike T said, just wait till the Eastern Conference Finals. You gonna
Boston fans. Coach Rip Mike T has something he needs to say to y'all.
It ain't just Boston, it's the NBA I'm talking to. It just I'm just letting y'all know, man. I don't know if y'all seen the video on Twitter. It's Jimmy Butler and it's Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, put Jimmy Buckets and there's playoff Jimmy. And he was like, do you know the difference? And then Jeffrey was like, nah. And he was like, well, you about to see. The Nuggets have been good the whole season to me. Even with the losses that they had, some of them, they probably just was like exhausted because they probably played a couple back-and-backs or something like that, or they was on a road trip or something. but they've been solid the whole season. They kind of been, even with Minnesota and OKC, I think Denver's been more solid than anybody in the NBA the whole season. And I think, yeah, of course, what we're gonna do down South Beach. The Bucks are done.
Nah, Bucks are cooked, bro.
The Bucks are cooked.
Hey, they better hope Greek Freak ain't really hurt, bro.
And Joel Embiid is not him fully yet. He's getting closer to being him. But I just don't see the East being as strong as it needs to be to stop us, the Heat. Cause we're the number one seed. We just, by title.
All right, y'all, wrap this up.
Who are you a fan of? That's right.
I'm a Celtics fan.
Oh yeah, you got a reason to wrap this up. Y'all fraud team.
Yeah, I've been saying this since the beginning.
Go ahead, King Man. We should retort to that. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Drew Holiday, trash.
Hey, y'all just paid him though.
I didn't pay him.
Trash ass organization.
I ain't pay him. I didn't sign off on that. They went behind my back. I'm hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Their fans don't even believe in them.
Yeah.
Like, nah, for real. To be honest, like I said, Denver been a killer all year. That's one of the teams I've been watching. Now, what I'm surprised though, because that's one of the things that you were surprised. I'm surprised, but I'm not really surprised. It's those Pelicans. Those Pelicans right now sitting in 6th place. Ain't no play-in game for them. There is no play-in game for them. So right now, the play-in in the West looks like it's going to be Phoenix versus the Kings, Lakers versus the Warriors.
That don't look good for our boys, man.
Well, for the time being, if you want to get some bets in, y'all know where to go. As always, Mike T, tell them where to go for their bets, their sports bet.
G Money Man Cave on Twitter, with BetAlytics.com, where they give you the advantage back to the better. And yeah, man, holla at G Money, man. G Money got all the bets every day. We got like 76 bets. I'm like, damn, man, which one should I do?
Shout out G Money and shout out Jae Jones as well. G Money Bets and BetAlytics.com. All right. We got a couple more topics, you know what I mean? This one is very, very, dear to my heart because I caught this. Looks like my man, Wemby Your Mama, a.k.a. Wembyama, you know what I mean? My man, Big Vic. He will win the Rookie of the Year. It's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. All sites and NBA sites have named him basically going to be the winner. But do you guys think he should win Defensive Player of the Year?
No.
K-Mel?
No.
Why not?
For me, all season I was raving for Anthony Davis to win it. But I know he's not going to win it. But it'd be a shame if they give it to Rudy Gobert again.
That's what they said. That's what
If
Sean
they
is.
give it to Rudy Gobert again, then you should turn around and give Jason Tatum the MVP for having the number 1 seed in the whole NBA. That's how I feel personally.
Rudy Gobert, man.
All right,
Mike T. Oh no, you finished Coach?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you can't be the defensive player of the year and get choked out by Draymond Green.
See what I mean? Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
It has nothing to do with basketball. It's all satire. Mike T, do you think Wemby should get Defensive Player of the Year?
I think it should be Cole.
With Rudy Gobert?
Uh-huh. Because if this was Victor's second year in the league, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It would be Rudy Gobert. But because he's a rookie and because people hate Rudy Gobert, we having this conversation. So I think it should either be split or Rudy Gobert should get it. Victor got plenty more years to get it. This is nothing.
Yeah, but he definitely does. He's going nowhere. Wild card Ma.
Hey man, I got no issues if they give it to Wemby Your Mama, but I mean, because we were talking about it offline, I was like, I think it was like 251 blocks he got or something like that.
250 plus.
Yeah, 250 plus. And,
that's more than what Rudy got.
in the
2
last 2 years
seasons.
combined. So I
So
mean,
it was like, come
yeah,
on.
I mean, that speaks a lot, bro. Like this man got in 1 year.
With 250 blocks though,
That's
like
because that
damn.
means that they be trying to dunk on them 7,050 10 times. That's why.
Everybody trying to catch
The
up.
Spurs suck.
Hey,
But on top of that, though, that goes to show you like Wemby is more agile than Rudy Gobert.
No, he just got longer arms, bro.
He's faster than Rudy Gobert.
Uh,
Rudy ain't that fast.
Rudy don't play guard, but that's you're not going in there. Everybody not just going in the paint on Rudy.
Man, I just seen what's that dude Brock from the goddamn Denver Nuggets just dunked on that boy.
All right, wait. See, you just hey Mark, he just messed up. My man Draco Morant coming back next year.
chill.
He's about to put him on a poster.
Hey, he definitely gonna try to junk on Wemby for sure.
Wemby got lucky this year that Ja went out. Because remember, he tried to get him.
It's all right.
If we get him, it's going to Wemby talk y'all talking about. It's done.
And yo, just to let you know, anybody who embarrassed Wemby this year all got injured.
Hey, man. Hey,
it's a curse. Don't you embarrass Wemby.
Hey, end of the day, 251 blocks in one season is impressive, bro. I don't care.
It is. I'm not holding that against him.
That's impressive, man.
But I also think that people hate Rudy Gobert, so they're not gonna give him no credit.
See, I got no dog in the race on Rudy Gobert. If whatever people feel about him, they feel about him.
He hated it because he's French. He hated it because he's COVID. He hated it because of
it's a COVID.
Nah. I mean, Bama's hate him because of COVID.
Well, that
kicked it off.
That and the fact that he cried about an All-Star game.
Yeah, like people just hate Rudy Gobert. So,
but to me, he's just never been a solid defensive player.
Hey, but he's been winning. He's been mentioned at least for defensive player of the year. Look, hey man, at the end of this day, man, hey, whoever the writers decide they gonna choose, man. I mean, us as fans, we just gonna have to have our.
I gotta vote.
That boy just said when the writers decide.
Coach Drip got to vote.
Now the writers decide that shit, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
hey, Triple H, Wembyama, book it. Book it. The McMahon era is over. Book it, Wembyama.
He gonna be in a figure four.
Hey, chill.
Book it. Y'all seen his new logo, the alien. Book it.
Oh,
my man got a gimmick already.
Yo, that logo kind of different.
And you know what? Since we talking about wrestling and basketball in this freedom, I'm mad at you. Because when you got drafted, you said you was going to go to the WWE. And the most I seen you was at SummerSlam on the sidelines, not doing nothing.
Damn. Oh, well, bro. Okay.
Hey, that's crazy. One last question before we move on from the NBA. Who's your MVP? King Mail.
I told you. If we give Defensive Player of the Year to Rudy Gobert, Jason Tatum better have a MVP as well. Because I know who y'all gonna really give it to. Joker about to be 3-time.
I feel like that's what they want to give it to. Wildcard Ma.
If it was me, I'd throw Ant-Man in there, bro. I just, bruh, like what hasn't he not been able to do, man? That man been playing hellified offense, and you see he ain't scared to play defense. Yeah, man, I would go Ant-Man.
So we got two wing players, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards.
But I got a good feeling they either gonna go Luka or
Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
He lead the league in scoring, bro.
Since the All-Star game, you gotta give him his respect. But at the same time, they love these Euro players, so I don't know.
Either Luka or Jokic. Don't be surprised, bro.
Luka, Jokic, SGA is a good one out there too.
Yeah, I would throw SGA name in there too. I'm with you on that.
Mike T.
I'm just gonna say Shea or Joker. That's who I think should win. Shea or Joker. If either one of them two, I wouldn't be mad.
My pick is Shea. SGA. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like he's overdue. He's been playing great. He's been scoring, you know what I mean? His team has been at the top for the most part. Like, I feel like, he could I wouldn't be mad if he won, but I don't like the Luka though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like the Luka because his team ain't like where are they at in the standings right now?
They're about 4th or 5th.
That's what I'm saying. They're like,
Yeah, but that don't matter.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah, we gave it a rush, and Rush and them
Come on,
put them in the playoffs.
oh yeah, that's true.
I watched Westbrook win
MVP
number
isn't
6 seed. He was an
That's true.
MVP 6 seed. I watched.
But he was
Joker
doing
win
triple
MVP
doubles
6
though,
seed.
man. That Russ was having
Luka doing the same thing they was doing since the All-Star break.
Yep.
Luka is not breaking no records for triple doubles.
Look, Luka got them boys into the top.
And Kyrie is the best player on their team, but that's another story.
That's the only reason why I think Luka won't win it, because Luka do the first half and Kyrie finished the
and
game.
he closes it. Yeah, that's my point.
Kyrie's not the best player on that team.
I didn't say that. That's
subjective.
Oh man, see what I mean?
That's your opinion.
See what I mean? Yeah, man.
From what I see, Kyrie means more to them winning the game in the clutch moments because there'd be a lot of tight games.
I would be in the same spot they would be in with Luke when they didn't have him.
That is true.
I'm saying them winning games right now this season. I can't speak for last season. I'm saying for a lot of games I've seen, it'd be a lot of Kyrie winning them games for them.
Because they figured out a system. Luka, you do the first half, you get your little buckets.
I love Kyrie. Kyrie ain't never lead a team to no playoffs.
Kyrie closes it, man.
I mean, but he's only like 6 of them. So I mean, and no player has like 6'2" or 6'3" has really done that. Like
Chris on the goalpost like a mug, man.
Nah, the only time I could say he led a team
I'm not.
to playoffs.
Yes, you are. You did it 3 times.
The only time Kyrie led a team to the playoffs was the Boston Celtics.
You're right. It's your opinion. Luka's not as good as Kyrie.
No, I didn't say he wasn't. I said he's not the best
player. You just said the best player on the team is Kyrie.
Yeah.
So
that means
I didn't say he's not. I didn't say he's not better. I didn't say he's better than Kyrie. I'm just saying he's not. But I didn't say he's that far off. But as far as from them winning and their success, I feel like their success is contingent more on Kyrie this season than it is Luka.
Okay,
that's tough.
Just my opinion. Just my opinion. I mean,
right,
that's a good debate to have. Let's have that another day because I can see both sides of what both y'all are saying. Because I'll say this: Dallas Mavericks need both of them to be at the end, and if they want to get to the finals, they need both of them. That's a fact. So
I mean, Luka.
That's they definitely if both of them are going, I don't. That's
man, Mel. You and then
I disagree, but okay.
And then
what? Speak on it. Speak on it.
No, I'm not trying to make this a long show. They've been further in the playoffs without both of them than they have when they had both of them. It's a known fact they've been further in the playoffs with just Luka than they've been with Kyrie. Last year they didn't even make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they didn't make. Yeah, I'm with you.
So what I'm saying to you is, it's ridiculous to say that Kyrie is the reason. When they didn't have Kyrie, they was making it to the playoffs and they was making it and making it past the first round.
Finals.
Yeah, they were in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm saying this season. They may be true. 2 things can be true. That may be true. I can give you that. What I'm saying, like this season, for what I've seen, it just seems to me like their success is more contingent when it comes to winning games, especially in the clutch.
So then why is Luka in the MVP conversation and Kyrie's not?
Because MVP is a popularity award. We know that. You just said that.
Because his numbers are better. He averages the most points in the league.
Yeah, he's averaging 33.
No, I give you that.
He leads the league in scoring. That's
also the point guard, so he has the ball the most out of everybody.
They both play the point.
Yeah, they both play.
Kyrie plays 2 for real. Like when
my God! Every time it's.
I'm saying like off ball. Like it's he.
Nah, they both play the. Never mind. You ain't watching them. You can't be watching them say they both play the point. They both bring the ball up the court. They both start initiate the offense. They both play off each other.
And that's why and that's why I say Luka start the game off. He'll be the one starting high, and Kyrie get his points in the second half.
But he closed games too.
I know Luka closed game. Both of them closed games.
The same way y'all just said they like foreign players. That's how y'all acting against him. Because he's a foreign player. That's crazy. Y'all not giving Luka this year his props.
What are you talking about? We said he's in the MVP conversation.
No, you did, but the rest of them making it seem like he's just the second fiddle over there. I'm like, what?
I never said he was.
I
Say
when it comes to closing games and stuff like that, and then
he be closing games. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what y'all talking. They put. Oh
wow!
We'll divulge that. We're divulging. Let's divulge that in this topic next week because I got some shit.
I'm just confused. Like, if this is the most points he's ever averaged, this is literally his statistically best season, and it's like, yeah, Kyrie, like, huh?
So what I'm saying is, like, my point to say is, like, when LeBron played with Kyrie in Cleveland, even LeBron averaged more points than Kyrie did in the majority of the games, especially in the playoffs. There are a lot of games where
closed out their finals in 2016.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's not what's happening here, though.
But what I'm saying is, I've seen a lot of that in a lot of the games.
Okay. LeBron James didn't. What I'm saying to you, and I'm glad you brought that up. LeBron James was not leading the league in scoring when he played with Kyrie Irving.
No, I'm saying he was leading the team, bro. That's what I'm saying. He was leading the team in scoring. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all, we can move on. Every time I say something, it's just like.
No, I was clarifying.
I can listen to y'all talk and don't say nothing. But then when it be me, every time it got to come. I can't even get my point out. I can't even just pause to let the people feel what I'm about to say and then just get my.
Can you feel me?
Never mind, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you kind of misquoted me, but yeah, let's move on. Tiger Woods is in the Masters again. Yeah, I feel like he's going, and he's actually. They say he hasn't started out that bad. You think can Tiger Woods have a resurgence?
No.
Are we really about to have this conversation?
I just want. Yeah, we can. I don't think he'll ever get back to that. But do you think now his point? Seriously, his point is, I guess, it's because he wants to get closer to Jack. You know what I mean? So
the question is, E-Pride, that I think you're looking for is Tiger going to make the cut? And if if I was a betting man, I would go way under. He ain't making the cut, bro.
Who cares?
Unfortunately, Tiger Woods is just not Tiger Woods that we grew up on. It's done. It's been over.
It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that.
And it's okay.
We've been saying that.
I know, but it's okay.
But didn't he win a tournament or something like that?
That was 20 years ago.
Nah, he won one recently.
I'm saying recently, like last
No, it wasn't no time.
It wasn't. I'm not going to say it was a Masters.
We're in 2024.
It's before the pandemic.
Then that ain't recent.
Yeah, it was before the pandemic. He won a drink. That man ain't won nothing since the old Bush was in.
It was 2019. Yeah,
it was 2019. He won.
He won the Masters. Yeah. I mean, that was like 5 years ago. That's still relevant, though, y'all.
No, oh my gosh,
it's not relevant in golf terms, bro.
It's not relevant in no terms. Nobody talking about nothing that happened 5 years ago.
Hey, E, I know you love Tiger. We love Tiger.
No, I'm saying.
Hey, I think we better let it go.
Hey, Mark, you got 5 seconds. Who won the Super Bowl 5 years ago?
Boom, boom, boom. Tiger Woods ain't good no more. Boom, boom, boom.
Nobody remember what happened 5 years ago. Who was the number one song?
I think the Bucks. I think the Bucks won the finals in 19.
Hold on. What was the question? What was the question?
I don't know.
He already answered it. I think.
You said.
I said 5 seconds. You didn't.
Oh yeah, he said who
won the Super Bowl 5 years ago?
Won the Super Bowl 5 years ago.
Oh, it was the Patriots because it's
the Patriots. Patriots won 5 years ago.
Yeah, but we got to think about it now. I was saying it's off the top of your.
No, I didn't hear the question, but now that
I didn't hear the question.
Either way, nobody cares about another 5 years. Okay, what was the best song 5 years ago? Was the number one song 5 years ago?
We don't know.
Town Road was the number one song 5 years ago.
Who?
Old Town Road.
No down road.
That's a fun fact.
Good no more.
I got the horse. Everybody had their kids singing that song. Cuz came out the way he was. Everybody got mad.
Everybody got mad. They was like,
hold up, wait a minute.
You had singing this stuff? Y'all was singing it. You chose to, my brother. That don't make you do that.
The kids doing the dance in school.
Hey, Mike. Hey, what took Tiger Woods' mojo away? What happened? When that 9-iron went inside his head, it was when all.
Oh yeah, when his wife came at him, that was rap. She took his powers away from him.
For real.
Yeah,
That's what happened. That's really.
That's what happened with Tom Brady. Tom Brady ain't win no more after Giselle left. He quit for real after that.
Yeah, that's true. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah,
Hey, they let you know, no matter how much money you got, they still cheat on you.
Not about cheating, it's just about holding down the household. Like when you got a wife that can hold down the household and that all you get to worry about is what you do, which is your sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have that utmost confidence. But then when you being like, you know what I'm saying, like you gotta deal with the other stuff. I ain't gotta deal with divorce. You gotta deal with all this. You gotta deal with you getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger started tripping after that. Remember he got into the car accident? You know what I'm saying? You know,
some painkillers.
Yeah, pop painkillers. You know what I'm saying? So like he went through a lot, man. And I don't want to make fun of him, but Tiger, you ain't winning nothing no more else. Like that's done. Go ahead, go be a father.
Mm.
Oh, one more thing. Dexter Manley couldn't read.
Well, yeah.
that's the running Cowboys joke, Redskins fans. Whatever your name is, don't mind me. Anyway,
Dexter Manley.
No, I'm saying no. I would say the Cowboys. I mean, Redskins, Commanders. I'll be fucking the name up. You know, just a personal thing. But anyway, I live in DC, guys. Don't worry about me. But we had a great show. We're gonna wrap this up, man. But before we do, one more time, BetAlytics.com. Mike T, let them know about BetAlytics.com.
Yeah, go to G Money page, G Money at G Money Caveman. Man, yeah, it's Caveman, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, G Money. I'm jacking your Twitter name up.
Money Man Cave.
Yeah, and he gives you betting tips on BetAlytics.com every single day. He's really consistent with it. And if he not one day consistent with it, he apologizes to you and then gets back consistent with it. So yeah, holler at him with the advantage goes to you.
I heard it here, BetAlytics.com. Mike T, where can they find you at, my brother?
Mike T 304 on Twitter, Coach Drip on 304 on IG, and Michael Turner on Facebook.
Wildcard Ma.
You know what it is. Find me, KC Wildcard Ma, on the Twitter, Audrey Sports Network, and right here every Saturdays on the Man Cave Sports Podcast, as well as in the Four Corners of Wrestling. You dig?
King Mel, where can find you at?
Y'all can find me at IG KingMel13, where I keep telling my GM, my commissioner, my T, please don't release the footage of me beating Quavo's ass because he took the one spot. I don't want that video to come out. But you can also find me on Twitter, King Mel Stacks, and Facebook, Jamal Scroggins, all right?
But chill.
Y'all can find me at eproc_the_hybrid on Instagram, at eproc_hybrid on Twitter and TikTok, and on all major music platforms at eproc_the_hybrid. All DMV area. Check out my band at TOB Band and Show. Come out to a show, show us some love. And shout out to Jae Jones. Much love here for the Man Cave and everything. You know, we here with you and everything. And shout out to G Money. You know what I mean? They'll be back real soon and we get it popping more than we, already do. But until the next time, what we gonna do? We gonna shut the door, you peoples.